They threw the. Yeah, I'm coming up through here. I'm.
No, you're just a citizen trying to.
I'm behind Joe Bag of Donuts out of Vancouver, out on my motorcycle. I come up behind them. I see they got the road blocked off. Beat my horn. You know, can I get through? Guy jumps out of the SUV, throws a smoke canister at me, and points his gun at me.
I saw the whole thing.
Yeah.
And you kicked it back.
I kicked it back at him. I told him, if you point that gun at me one more fucking time, I'm going to stick it up your ass. Because I've had guns pointed at me before. And I'm telling you right now, when somebody points a gun at you, hurt them as bad as you can, as fast as you can. That is the best way to survival. Honestly, because likely when you go at them, they're not going to fire. They're going to freeze. For a second and a half, they're not going to know what to do. And by that time, you can be on them.
Live ammunition?
I don't know. I couldn't see because he had the flashlight on it.
Yeah.
So I don't know for sure. It could have been a paintball gun. But I hear they're busting people up out here tonight for shooting a paintball gun at them.
Yeah. Not even that, a paint balloon.
And you're
paint balloons.
Were you out on your motorcycle? Are you protesting?
No, I'm just out riding around. I got this bike a month ago and I'm just out zooming around. Going out for a ride on a Friday night and boom, here we are.
What happened when you started chasing him?
He got backed off and he got back in the car, and then I followed him around the corner and he got back out and he pointed the gun at me again. I said, I told you. So then he runs back up to the van, so he's close to the van, and I followed him all the way up to, what is that, MLK?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, right up there to the corner.
Yeah, I saw you take
right
it
now.
up. I was like, oh shit.
Dude, I was livid.
Understandably.
Yeah. And they do this shit to you guys every night, right?
Every night.
Every night. Every night.
You know,
we didn't even make it to the protest tonight.
Here's the thing.
They blocked us off
The
before.
courage.
Yeah.
I see you guys coming back at this every night.
About 80 days.
Every night you guys are coming back at it, and they beat you and they shoot you and they hit you in the head with these canisters, and you guys keep coming back. And then here's the part that's really amazing for me is you guys are 25.
30.
Yeah, there you go. Okay.
56.
You're my age then. I have the self-control that it takes not to pick something up and hit back. I can't imagine that level of self-control is something that I've wrestled with my entire life. And especially when I see somebody mistreating somebody that's in a position of less power, bullying them. And that's what I see these guys doing. You guys don't have guns. You guys don't have sticks. You try to fabricate these shields that you carry, and you put your hard hat helmets on, and I see, people with, I saw this guy had a pan on his head to keep from getting hit by the canisters, right? And I'm thinking, my God, the self-control that it takes for you guys to take that every night, and not.
It's nice to hear.
None of them have ever been hurt in any serious way whatsoever, right? And how many of us have gone? How many of you guys have gone to the hospital?
All of
cracked
us.
skulls,
All
right?
of us.
I read in the paper about this Navy guy that went down there, my age, graduate from Annapolis, naval officer. And he goes up to the line and he's going to ask these guys, do you remember your constitutional oath that you took to protect against all enemies, foreign and domestic? And for that, they beat his hand until they broke it, and tear gassed him in the face, and the guy never raised his hands. I don't know what to do with that.
We don't know yet. Give me the information.
But I really admire you guys, especially these young people that I see out here. And I'm 52, and you guys really seem, especially the younger, I see kids in the videos and stuff, they look like they're 25 or maybe 20, and they're this big. God, it's so, I admire and respect that level of courage so much. I really do.
Well, thank you. We're sorry that this happened to you.
Yeah, man.
You know what?
Glad you're okay.
It was an intense experience. It was unpleasant, but it gave me a lot of understanding. And it gave me a lot of context.
How did you feel about what the police were doing before you came down here and just...
How did you feel about what the police were doing before you came down here and got actually shot at by them?
I've been At first, I was outraged because I saw a lot of the vandalism and a lot of the destruction of property, and I have a hard time with that.
Sure.
I got really upset when I saw the elk being removed downtown, because that's one of my favorite statues. So
Yeah,
I got
ours too.
emotional
Ours
about
too,
it,
yeah.
So, but then as I watched it progress, and I watched night after night after night, I see videos, I watch some of the streaming stuff. I want to stay on top of what's going on, and so I can make a decision for myself as to what I see. And I see people, like when they were out in front of the Justice Center and just chanting and talking and had speakers, and it looked like they were communing and connecting with each other, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, cops come out and they're launching shit at you, and then they start announcing, this is a riot, you have to leave the area or you will be hit with crowd control munitions, after they're already shooting them. Yeah,
We're good.
yeah,
Thank you very much.
You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
surprise, bang, oh, by the way, you got to leave the area now or we're going to declare it a riot.
Yeah.
After people are already getting their asses beat on in the street with a stick, and and I'm like, no, that's not right. I mean, first of all, you guys are citizens,
Yeah.
of the country, of the state, of the city. These people are here at your service. You're the taxpayer, and they're also your neighbors. And why would you treat your neighbors this way?
Well, they don't live here. Most of them don't live here.
That's what I understand. They live out in fucking Hillsborough or something.
Vancouver, Clackamas, Hillsborough.
No.
South of the old
See,
city.
where the town that I grew up in, one of the requirements to be a police officer is you must live within the city.
That's what they're trying to do here.
And it's absolutely, unequivocally, must
That's one of the
do
things they're
that.
working on, hopefully.
Yeah. And this shit of hiding your name badges so that nobody knows who you are, no, that's not right at all.
Yeah.
I mean, God forsake, we don't know. People are jumping out of vans and grabbing people. They have no designation on them, no designation on the vehicles. Who's to say it's not three yahoos from God only knows where, dressed in camo, jumping out and grabbing
Which
women?
has happened.
You know what I mean? And mistreating them in some way. And she doesn't know if it's police and she should go with them or not, and she should try to fight them off or what. I have a friend of mine that this happened to. She's a lawyer. And they grabbed her and pulled her in, and they mistreated her. Touched her in areas that were obviously highly inappropriate. She's a lawyer. She's, 5 foot tall and 110 pounds maybe. How is she going to fight off some grown man, let alone 3 or 4 of them? And the use and the misuse of power is the classic definition of abuse. And that's what they're doing. They're abusing their own citizens completely without any kind of accountability or any kind of recourse or redress. You filed how many injunctions about, the shit that they're doing, and they still continue to do it. Tear gas, right? All of these things, and they still continue to do it. So I'm glad that I kind of got caught up in the mix tonight and kind of had a chance to get an appreciation for what's happening.
Well, thank you for speaking
Yeah,
with
thank you for
us.
speaking with us, man. I hope you have a good rest of your night.
Absolutely.
I hope your bike's okay. We were trying to figure out what to do with the key.